Officially, greetings humans. Today I'm gonna guide you through what Upala is, the whole structure, what we got so far, all the little corners, so that you could see the work done and probably some things you can contribute if you like, or just read something you like. So first I'm gonna like in 3 minutes I'm gonna skip through what Upala is, and then we're gonna switch to the dashboard. So I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Oops. Someone is trying to join. I don't know, or someone is joined. Okay. So can you see my screen? Yeah, I guess that's that's another interesting Google feature. uh, yeah, it even asked me permission. So, so yeah, we're okay. So you can see. Okay. So yeah, today a quick intro to Upala again. Today there is no reliable way to tell humans apart from bots in cyberspace, and in real world there is over 1 billion people without any ID. These are the parts of the unsolved unique human problem. Existing solutions offer to measure the probability of personhood in percents. We have dollars instead of percents. Our account score represents how much it would cost to forge the account. And let's see how it is possible. Upala consists of groups. Each group has a pool of money attached to it and a list of members with their scores. The user score represents the amount of money that the user can steal at any time from the pool. This act of stealing results in deleting their ID. We call it explosion. It incentivizes groups to let only trusted members in, and it allows the apps to see how much a group staked on each user. Groups in turn can charge the apps for providing these scores. With that, any human verification method can be monetized, be it SMS verification, community membership, or even other identity systems. And here comes the competition. Groups try to raise their scores to attract more users, but as the score is also the explosion reward, excuse me, someone's joining. Hey, Michael. Hey, thanks for joining. I'm giving the quick overview of what Upala is, then we proceed to yeah. Groups try to raise their scores to attract more users, but as the score is also the explosion reward, they can't rise too high because their pool would turn into a honeypot. The best bet for them is to keep the scores equal to the costs of breaking their verification method, which in other words is the price of forgery. Groups really start to shine when you combine them. We have some humble plans of creating a system which is more reliable than state IDs, but that's for the future. As an MVP, we are building this hierarchy. Groups at the bottom assign scores to users according to some condition of their choice. For example, to all Gitcoin donors. The Blade Runner group at the top, instead of curating users, curates other groups and provides information to the apps. So yeah, that's about the Upala and how it works. Now let's see what we've got so far, and where you can start your journey to Upala. So the first thing is Upala dashboard. Oh, probably anyone has any questions on that? So technically, Blade Runner adds users, of course, but it adds users from other groups. So you cannot join Blade Runner directly. You must join one of the groups that Blade Runner approved. So Blade Runner role, it is a group that curates groups, so that the apps don't need to do that. So the apps only need to trust Blade Runner. They choose Blade Runner as their score provider, and they don't even know what groups are approved by it. So it's a huge group with a lot of users, with a lot of trust, and with no direct membership. It should be automatically. If someone creates a group that allows to join it for GitHub users, and then Blade Runner approves this group, so then you will be a member of Blade Runner. Okay, we can settle that in chat. You can ask the question and I'll answer that. So anyone else? Okay. So we. Yeah. This one? You want to jump to this? Oh, you want a link to dashboard? Yep. I'll drop that in the chat. Okay, so it's the starting point. You can go to all parts of Upala from here, and now I'll describe what these parts are. So the dashboard is the main dashboard of Upala. It shows all the dynamic info here. So, for example, roadmap. It's the development roadmap. Not quite informative now, but I think this month it's going to be different and very informative. Achievements. I try to put here all the milestones by month and highlights. Then you probably be interested in Upala proposals if you feel like inventing stuff, if you want to be on the cutting edge. So scroll through this and see how Upala evolved and what is in the version 1 and what is for the future. You can get involved in the discussion here. Then Upala infrastructure, it's for developers. If you feel like contributing your code, so this is your starting point. Right now I'm working hard to make it super informative and describe all the things and give all the links so that you can instantly see what you can contribute. Community calls. Yeah, just agendas and results. Jobs is like it's an old section. So Blade Runner DAO, Machine DAO. I'll come back to it a little bit later and discuss in more details. Then you probably want to see the docs. It's this static info about Upala. It's a bit outdated, but you can grasp the if you want to learn how protocol works and you feel like reading, this is the place to go. If you feel like watching a video, here is a 4 minutes explainer on Upala. Here is a good this is Medium blog, and you can find a how price of forgery concept works and why it works. It also that article is also published on ETH Research. The link is also there. Then, if you for the contributors, if you still didn't join Discord, probably you want to join there. Unlike Telegram chat, there are multiple channels there. The simple chat, which is synced with Telegram, and build section, where you can find if you want to design, go to design, check the pinned message. Probably you want to see the prototype of Upala app, so you can go there and maybe have some comments. Yeah, one moment. It's not like just for designers. If you yeah, this is the prototype of the multi-passport app. Your comments are very welcome on that. So front end, back end, with links in a pinned message, also logo, memes. Another thing that is very accessible to everyone to contribute. Just you can have some ideas of memes here and probably create your own. And this the meme channel, the memes channel is for that. Yeah, so this is a quick tour of where you can go in Upala and what you can do. So, any questions on that? Sorry? Yeah, I know there are, yeah, a lot of corners. Some links are too deep, so I just wanted to give a quick understanding of where you can go in Upala. So next up, organizational structure. So I'm thinking of it from day one, of how Upala gonna be operating. So this is what Blade Runner DAO and Machine DAO are about. So let's have first Blade Runner DAO. So it's if you go here, you'll find a link to the chat, to the Telegram group. It's the group which I promote as a meeting place for score providers and score consumers, but in a very broad sense. It's not only about Upala, it's about everyone interested in Sybil resistance. And I want to make this group like shared among all the digital identity solutions, Sybil resistance solutions, and the apps that gonna use that, and even more. So, and from Upala perspective, it is like business development department. So that's why I called it organizational structure. This is business development department, but shared. It's shared among all the projects that will be interested in that. So if you know someone who is dealing with digital identity, Sybil resistance, or who's interested to use cores, you can shill that Telegram group, and probably they will be interested in joining. And by the way, this last week we joined forces with Panvala, so Blade Runner in future it will operate on Panvala tokens, and I guess Panvala members will be interested in that as well. Next thing is Machine DAO, which is like board of directors. So this is basically a DAO that will govern Upala itself. I'll come back to this in a moment. So this is the Machine DAO is for the future. For now, of course, it's centralized on me, and for a reason we need to move quickly. Another thing I want to mention in organizational structure is there going to be a decentralized marketing department built on NFTs. I'm writing an article right now, and I hope to finish it next week or in 2 weeks. So be prepared. It's a crazy thing. Really pushing things forward. Hopefully it will be accepted by the community, by the Ethereum community and beyond. Crazy stuff. Watch that. I will let you know in the chat when it's out. So next, let's come back to Machine DAO and see the stages of sustainability. There is a there's a channel in Discord for that. It's called Tokenomics. We discuss it there. So if you feel like you have something to say on fair launch, on tokens, you should go there. So how now I quickly describe. Sorry for that. Quickly describe of how I see the tokens, the development of governance in Upala and development of sustainability. So there are 3 stages. Development stage is what is going on right now. Then it's MVP and mature stage. I don't know if you hear me. Yeah, sorry about that. Great. So, sorry, I'll turn off the mic for a moment. Закройте дверь. Очень громко. Закройте дверь. Okay. So, yeah. There are several. There is development stage, there's MVP stage, and there's mature stage. And what differentiates those stages is product launch for the MVP and token launch for the mature stage. All these stages have different sustainability models. In the development stage, what I'm seeing is I hope that issuing own token will be enough to incentivize contributions and move forward. And probably this NFT thing that I just mentioned, probably this will earn some fiat or real crypto or crypto with value for the treasury. Then there is MVP stage where we most probably will need real treasury with tokens with value. And this will be provided by investors, maybe crowdfunding, donations, and I don't know what else. All of that is supposed to be very vibrant and developing on the go. Sorry, I'll turn the mic. Давайте без заткнись, потому что тут русские тоже есть. Как-нибудь, блин, потише. Sorry about that. Kids. It's wonderful to have kids. Okay, so yeah, that's sure, yeah. Sure. Sure. So I guess this, in my current understanding, these are two parts. So first, how we earn, and second, how we provide value for the token. So the way we earn is a more important thing that not many projects mention. So there is going to be a fee for explosion. So when someone explodes, they take money from the group where they're exploded in, and Upala is gonna take some fee on that. So this is how Upala will earn, and this is one of the ways. There could be different types of fees that we can introduce, but this one will be there for sure. Next part is the value behind the token. So it's so we just for that we need to introduce the pool like on Uniswap. So where we have the pair of Upala and Ether, for example. So that gonna be, I guess, introduced in this stage. I'm not sure. So yeah, this is. I guess it's gonna be introduced at the launch. No, after the token launch, I guess. Yeah, you see, this is like this is raw now. So we'll just need to fill the pool with the money, and this is why we need investors and crowdfunding. One of the reasons. Does it answer your question? uh, Yeah, I mentioned this first because this is going to be there for sure, because it is aligned with the value F platform perfectly. Because the more explosions we see, the more valuable the rest of the users in the protocol, and the protocol itself is more valuable. So, and there are some other things why this is important. But for sure, if it isn't enough, we can, for example, introduce fees on creating a group, a fee on charging. If when groups charge the apps, we can attach Upala fee there too. Probably with huge user base, we can introduce a fee for just creating a user, but I'm not sure if it's right or not. So anyway, there are ways to earn for the protocol, and we'll decide that in the future. Any more questions? Hey Danish, thanks for joining. We're now going to discuss the. If there are no other questions, we're going to switch to the ampere hour token. So this is token for the first stage, for the development stage. It is meant to be. I think it should be non-transferable, so to exclude any speculation on that. It also will have no pre-mined amount. It's going to be minted on the go. So if someone made a considerable contribution, I'm going to mint that and pay to that contributor. And after launch, these tokens will acquire either they will acquire value, or most probably they will be converted into governance token or into some Upala native token in some way. So the way I want to do it, so it's a quick technical note. I think I just gonna deploy the simplest possible ERC20 token on XDAI chain and make this transfer function with a little modification, so that when the transfer comes from my account, it will just mint token instead of transferring. And it will have a lock on transferring for others, so that when we come through this token launch phase, I will unlock it, and everyone's going to be able to maybe even trade their tokens or convert it to the real Upala tokens, to governance tokens and profit sharing tokens. So yeah, that's for the ampere hour token. Any suggestions or questions on that? You mean on the fair launch, on the path of the fair launch? Panvala gave me a grant, but long time ago. So actually, Panvala made Upala possible because they gave me a grant when I most needed it. Oh, hey Danish again. Thanks for joining. Sorry. Aside from that, I'm a member of Panvala, and Upala is a member of Panvala Digital Identity League. So I guess the support from there is just awareness of Upala among Panvala members, and it's just great to be there. It's a great channel to promote. I looked very uh, like not very deep. I just looked through, and I really feel very backward in that. Um, and actually, I think that Upala doesn't need it right now, because right now there is not much need in decentralization. I'm centralizing things on me right now, so so this is why I'm choosing the the most simple, the most stupid things, just to move on. Yeah, but I'm super curious on that, and I hope to have a chat next week with DAO Square, or something like that. There are two organizations which I'm gonna have chat. So DAO Square and DAO House, maybe, I don't remember now. So I guess we'll dive in those questions with them. And if you have some ideas, I'll be happy to hear that too. Yeah, that would be really awesome, because clear picture is what I'm lacking among all these projects dealing with DAOs. There's really a lot of them. I see. Yeah, that would be great to explore. By the way, another thing that I forgot to mention about tokens, the ampere hour tokens. Probably this one will be a bit controversial, and I would be really happy to hear your thoughts on that. So uh, I want this token, the ampere hour token, to be used just for real work. So I've seen, for example, metagame community and probably Giveth community is still doing this. Is that they give tokens for just hanging out in the chat, and for tweets, for everything what community does. I think it's a wrong thing to do. I'm gonna share a tweet in the chat on that, a tweet storm, which describes better my thoughts on that. It's by a guy from IDX, previously 3box. So what I think and what he thinks is that introducing tokens this way is corrupting community. So we are when we pay for every action that community does, it turns intrinsically motivated people into extrinsically motivated people. So uh, we attract those who just want to earn and just want and do that by meaningless conversation. So this is what I think, and there are so probably this is a bit controversial. So uh, if you feel you have something to say about that, please share your thoughts in Tokenomics channel in Discord. So that's it. That's all I have for today. If you have any questions on anything, or just any proposals, suggestions on the calls, or maybe what should I do? Maybe we need to 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 run a forum on something like Discourse. So please let me know. Sorry for that. Yeah. I'll turn off the mic for a moment and wait if someone has something to say. Uh, there is a there is a post in the chat by Michael. Agree, tokenomics should have real value, but you also need to figure out how to make sure you are well funded to create this project, and that will have to include some sort of incentive to additional investors or VCs. That's for sure. I don't know. First, I want to try the bear Upala token to pay for contributors, but we still need to fund the pools. For that, I hope, to attract VCs and crowdfunding. So sure. And as I mentioned previously, VCs. I believe VCs are good. If you find good VCs, venture capitalists, they will contribute to the project, and we need them because they are business people, and Upala is a protocol. Upala is, of course, it's like public good, but it's a business too. So it should earn, and we need their expertise in that. So my thought on that is that we need to attract VCs. The only thing that we need to be aware of is dominance of certain members from them. So about again, Michael, good VCs are very good because they include good marketing. That's for sure. I already feel that from Fiskantes, for example, and from some other VCs. They already contributing, and they contribute a lot. They really interested in that. They are good ones. I hope to find more of them. Fiskantes, Fiski on Twitter. I'll share his handle in the chat. I guess it's like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's his Twitter handle. Really cool guy with deep judgment of projects, deep understanding of everything, actually, what's going on in the crypto space. Uh, Again, Michael, he made Ohm famous, which is huge community-based type project. Uh, Frankly, I don't know the Ohm project, but I'm sure he made a lot of successful contributions in different projects. So, any other questions? So I'll guess we'll wrap up for today. Uh, Thank you all for attending. Thank you for your questions and comments. That's uh, really helpful. Again, I'm I'm starting. I'm amateur. I want to learn from you, and I want you to build Upala. So joining these calls is super important, and I'm really thankful for you all to be here. Thank you. So I guess bye bye, humans. See you later.